I just got back from Trader Joe's and I wanted to show you guys a special haul because I've switched up my way of eating recently. So I just go based off of my cravings and how I'm feeling and what it is that I want. You guys know I always say to listen to your body. So this is all plant-based. My meals are going to be even more simple than they already are, and they're going to be packed with nutrients. So one thing I did get was a gallon of water because I really want to make sure that I keep my body hydrated, especially during this week. I mean, it's so hot. I'm doing so many workouts. So I just got one of those. And then in here, I just got things for this week. As you can see, it wouldn't be a Trader Joe's haul without some chips, some snacks of some sort. I'm obsessed with these. They're great if you dip them in guacamole or hummus. I haven't tried the hummus, but I feel like that would go really well with this to get in some more plant-based protein. These are also pretty high in protein for a snack, 3 grams per serving, and they're very hearty little crisp. So I highly recommend picking these up if you guys see them at the market. I do a lot of smoothies and stuff like that, so that was kind of the main focus for me. So I got a pack of medjool dates. These are really high in fiber, they're really high in calorie, they're gonna keep you full, they're gonna keep your digestion at an all-time high, and they do have some sugar in them as well, so it's gonna give you a little bit of a boost when you put them into your smoothies. So they also add a natural source of sweetness. So maybe you do more greens or something. This would be something great to add in the mix. And I think only, what is it, 2 to 3 dates, 110 calories. A bunch of bananas. I always have bananas on hand. I put them in literally everything. Smoothies. I eat them on its own for a snack, pre or post workout. I'll also slice them up and put them on some almond butter toast. Also, I don't think I mentioned this, but I spent $60 on this little haul today, which I think is pretty reasonable. I love having little snacks throughout my day, so I just picked up some of my favorite dairy-free yogurts. You guys know I love these. They really need to come out with more flavors because they only have blueberry and vanilla, but blueberry is my favorite. It's not crazy flavored, but there's like little bits of blueberries at the bottom. For my healthy carb, I've been really loving sweet potatoes. I like to roast these in the oven and crisp them up, put some spice on them, and it's so good. I really want to eat more raw vegetables as well, not just, you know, roasted or sauteed. I feel like you get more nutrients when you have your veggies in the raw form. So I got red. I really like to eat the rainbow, eat different colors, and expand my color palette. When I do have plant-based meals, one of my favorite protein sources is to bulk up on beans. I love beans, you guys. I love all the beans. So black beans are just a staple in my kitchen. You could definitely do vegetarian tacos with this. I love adding this on top of salads. I like doing rice bowls and scrambles, like potato scrambles, and then throwing that in there. And then the last thing in this bag is a head of cauliflower. I don't think I've had cauliflower in my house in a while, so I definitely wanted to roast this in the oven and do like a quick little meal prep out of that. So again, I'll probably show you in my next video how I do my cauliflower. And I just realized I forgot to get garlic. No, that's like the main ingredient, but that's okay. I'm sure I'll go back to the market this week. And then I got more chips because everything is okay in moderation. I just need a little crunch, a little saltiness in my life. These are where it's at. Yes, I do get the family size bag and I live solo dolo, don't judge me. My favorite wraps that they have are these organic olive oil whole wheat wraps. They are marketed as vegan, which is good. You guys know I don't eat dairy, so I always look out for things like this. And there's a bunch in here. I don't know how many, but it's gonna last me more than this week. So I'm gonna load it up with a bunch of veggies. You can even do some beans in there and make a nice lunch or dinner option. I also got some brown rice for my healthy carb this week, staple in my household. Nice little bag of avocados. Get in those healthy fats in your diet. I feel like when I eat avocados, I have more energy. Like when I add them into my meals, like avocado toast or adding it into my salads or something, like my body just loves avocados, which I'm obsessed with. I got some lemons to do with my cauliflower, and also lemon water and dressings and stuff like that. For my veggie scrambles, I love just eating a variety. So this week I got these crimson mushrooms, so I'll just slice those up. I also got some hummus for veggie wraps, you know, bulk that up with some more plant-based protein. I also picked up some ginger root. This I wanted to just chop up and throw into my smoothies just to add an extra superfood in there. It's really great for anti-inflammatory properties if you have acne or, you know, breakouts or something. This really helps to keep everything under control. It's really good for your digestion. And I also got some zucchini. I haven't had zucchini squash in a while, so I wanted to add this into my meals this week and roast them or saute them. I don't know, can you put this in a smoothie? Would that be weird? I don't know, I've never tried that, but I'm just trying to eat more greens in my diet and switch it up so I don't get bored of eating broccoli all the time. So this will be really fun to cook with. And voila, that's just my little grocery haul for this week. Lots of healthy whole foods, fresh foods, delicious foods. So now that I'm back from Trader Joe's and I have ingredients for this week, I'm gonna do a little bit of meal prep. I don't prep everything, just the stuff that takes super long to cook. You know, like when you're hungry, like you want to eat when you want to eat, especially after the gym, you're starving, you just want to heat something up or order something on Postmates or go to fast food. Instead of doing that, we're gonna meal prep the stuff that we hate cooking all the time, aka sweet potatoes. Those things take like 45 minutes to roast in the oven, but once they're done, they taste amazing. So I'm gonna show you guys my recipe. It's super easy, super simple. I'm sure you already have all the ingredients in your pantry to make this. So I'm gonna show you guys that, and I'm also going to meal prep like some little things that I'll use a lot throughout the week just to make it a lot easier for me to make my meals. Like if you're really lazy, this is lazy girl meal prep. So let's go. So I'm gonna start by preheating my oven to 450. So while I wait for that to preheat, I'm gonna start prepping my sweet potatoes. So to make cleanup that much easier, I always like to line my baking sheets with parchment paper. I'm gonna cut off the excess so it doesn't catch fire in the oven. But this is seriously a lifesaver for all my lazy girls and boys out there that wanna meal prep but don't wanna deal with a huge mess for cleanup afterwards. Definitely don't want to make a fire, so cut off the excess. Okay, so I've got 2 sweet potatoes here. I almost want to do 3, but I don't want to do too much and then not be able to eat it. So what I'm going to do is just roughly chop these. Now, sweet potatoes are great. They're a great healthy carb because your body recognizes it versus a processed carb. Let's say, for example, a box of cereal. So these are great if you're on a weight loss journey like myself. You want something that's going to be flavorful and satisfying. When you season these the right way, oh my gosh, are they addicting. So I'm going to show you guys the combination that I like to do with my sweet potato, because I'm really not like a sweet person, but for some reason, like when I make these, like I can eat them cold right out of the fridge. It's crazy. Also, I'm doing laundry right now, so please excuse that, but I'm just going to roughly chop these up. They don't need to be super tiny, but just make sure that they are around the same size so that they bake evenly. So just do like nice little chunks. And I already rinsed these off as well, so. Alright, I'm looking at this now. I might do another sweet potato just so I don't have to do this again tomorrow night. That's the point of meal prep, is so you don't have to keep cooking 3 meals a day every single time that you're hungry. Throw these on our pan. I'm definitely gonna want to do another one because I don't have 40 minutes tomorrow to make more sweet potatoes. Yo, these are so dirty. Okay, you could also peel these, but I really like having the skin on. It actually adds a bit of extra fiber. These are packed with vitamin C as well, so great for your skin, great for your eyes. So yeah, let me just chop these up. Alright, so now that we got these roughly chopped, got all my spices. So I'm gonna be using some avocado oil. Not sure it's gonna focus. This is great if you're cooking on high temperatures. This way it's not going to burn. And it tastes amazing. I actually love using avocado oil for salad dressings, for baking, roasting, all that good stuff. So this is a great source of healthy fats. I'm also gonna just do a few cracks of pink salt and then some black pepper. This right here is my secret weapon when it comes to my sweet potatoes. I don't even think I have enough in here, but the 21 Salou is so freaking good. I think this is like comparable to Italian seasoning or something. So if you have an Italian mix, just go ahead and use that. And I love all the flavors from that. And then I'm also gonna add some smoked paprika to add a nice little kick and spice. And then last but not least, I'm gonna add a little bit of honey to this just to sweeten it up. I don't like to do too much because I feel like the sweet potato is already very sweet on its own. But I do think it pulls out a lot of the flavors of these spices as well. So now that everything is on the tray, just give it a nice toss so everything is coated in the oil and all of the flavors and all that good stuff. And I made this recipe on Thanksgiving for the family and they were obsessed. They've never had a sweet potato taste this good, so try it out. So the next thing I'm gonna prep, if you guys are lazy, like you are really lazy, like you have to be really lazy to do this one. This will definitely save you time and maybe inspire you to drink more protein shakes and stuff. So whenever I make my protein shakes, I always have to pull out a bunch of stuff out of the freezer, different bags of frozen fruit and stuff like that. And it can be kind of annoying, like I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of tedious and annoying to have to open up 3 different bags of fruit, twist it all back up and put it back in the freezer where it belongs. So a little hack that I discovered is taking a little Ziploc bag like this and pre-portioning out the frozen fruit that you're going to use in your smoothies. I have about 2 protein smoothies a day because it's a great source to get in protein, especially post-workout or pre-workout. So I'm just going to take the rest of these mixed berries that I have and dump it into this little zippy. So I typically do 1 banana for my smoothies. And then I'll add another source of fruit. In my case, mango. I love doing like a tropical blend. So I'll get a few pieces out. It's like my normal portion that I would typically go for. Boom, and all you have to do is zip it up. So when it's time to make your smoothie after the gym, all you have to do is dump this into your blender. I use a NutriBullet. Throw in a scoop of your protein powder and whatever superfoods that you like to add on top of that. I would not recommend putting your superfoods or protein in the freezer because that doesn't really make much sense. So do all of your powder-based products when you do your liquid as well. But this alone definitely does save you some time. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, yes, so yummy. Halfway done. I'm just going to toss these over so that they can bake evenly. You can see it's already getting really brown. I think it's because the honey, it caramelizes a little bit, so just be extra careful not to overcook them. So actually maybe these take more on like 30 minutes, not 40, I would say. My oven is just really hot. I always like to have these already ready in the fridge for me, so I have my meal prep container out. I'll leave these linked down below. They're glass, they're fantastic, they definitely last a long time. I also have my strainer here because when you cook beans or you're prepping them, you're eating them, you do not want to consume that liquid that's been sitting in the can. First of all, it's going to make you feel very gassy and very bloated, so it's important to rinse your beans off very well before doing anything with them. So keep that in mind. That's why I have this strainer here, and I don't like to do this every time I want to add beans into a salad or something. It's just an extra step, an extra dish I have to wash. So definitely want to rinse that out. It's just very thick, goopy, like not so nice liquid, and it's gonna make your stomach kind of cramp up. I don't know if you've ever eaten beans before and you've just felt really crampy. It's probably because you ate the liquid that goes with it. Also, rinse out your tin really well before you throw it out because it'll smell really bad in the garbage if it's sitting there overnight, like it smells like something died. I'm just gonna put it in my container. So this way I can just reach for my black beans when I want to prep something like a loaded baked potato, for example. I love doing those out of the week where you can just do a baked potato, top it off with some salsa, some fresh avocado, some salt, some pepper, some vegan butter, your beans, and you're good to go. So now that our potatoes are done, I'm going to let these cool off before I snap the lid on them, and then these are going to go in the fridge with the beans. So the last thing I wanted to show you guys a little meal prep of is a chia pudding. I love chia pudding for a few reasons. It's pretty versatile, especially if you prep it in a simple way with almond milk, which I'm gonna do, and then just the chia seeds. So you could eat this on its own. You could eat it like an oatmeal and add different toppings like nuts and frozen berries. You could also add it to like a yogurt parfait, which is one of my favorite ways to enjoy it. And you can just play up the different flavors as well. So I'm gonna start with a base of chia seeds. I didn't really measure that out, but you definitely wanna add a lot of liquid to this. And it's going to gellify in the fridge while it sits overnight. And chia seeds are high in fiber, they're high in omega-3 fatty acids, and they definitely help to keep you full longer. So that's why I think they're so great to have in a plant-based diet. It's a healthy fat. So I'm just gonna kind of mix that together. And then in the morning, or you could even just leave this in the fridge for a few hours to set, you'll have your chia pudding ready for you to use. It's kind of something you have to prep anyway, but it's good to get it out of the way for the next day when you want to enjoy it. And I am using a sweet almond milk, but use whatever you like. Snap the lid on, and in the fridge it goes. And this is just how I make my life that much easier, by meal prepping simple ingredients that I know I'm going to use a lot throughout my week, and just things that I typically enjoy that I don't want to make every single time that I'm hungry. So I hope that you guys found this video helpful. If you guys did, give this video a huge thumbs up. It lets me know that you guys like videos like this and want to see more of them. Of course, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will see you dolls in my next video very soon.
Like a pro. Ooh. Watch me. Ooh.